Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kiara, the Collab PH team, for inviting us. I really want to have your attention because most of you are in your cell phone and your laptop. I'm only speaking for 20 minutes, and Amazon is burning, and it's related to agriculture, and I want your insights towards this. So if you can give me your 20 minutes, not to be first in your computer because you have a lifetime to see that, but just to listen to this because this is very relevant. I was listening a while ago to Miss Garcia about the human rights. Human rights right now is affected in the Amazon, and literally we're like in the Amazon company building, not related to the Amazon forest, but just like, we're in the Amazon office for their generosity of hosting this event. I wanted to listen because, it's so political why Amazon is burning. There's a lot of saying that it's burning because it's in the middle of summer, it's hot, it's easy to burn the forest. And it's also the perfect time to burn the forest because we need to plant a lot of soybean for all our needs for food, That's why there's now an article being released, being vegan is not sustainable because you need to burn the forest to plant soybean to produce oil soya products, right? There's also a lot of issues that we burn the forest to plant corn because corn is the main food ingredients of our feedstock, both our livestock and our poultry. And also, there's a lot of speculations that we need to burn the forest at now at 83% higher than last year because we need to eat more beef. So everything is actually related to agriculture. And can you please full print, sweetheart? I want you to focus to this because 20 minutes hopefully it will be so precious for you, and I want it so precious for you. AGREA is our social enterprise. It's called Agriculture and Gaia Mother Earth Environment. Why? Because agriculture and environment are always enemies. There are nowadays, right? It can be impactful. So what we'd like to do is, of course, people plan profit or progress, but we try to measure our works on these 5 fundamental measures. So it needs to be socially impactful, environmentally sound, great business returns, replicable model, and effect policy making. In terms of effect policy making, this year we are doing the Magna Carta for rural women. It's authored by our Congressman in Siargao, Congressman Bingo Matubas. We're doing the Magna Carta for rural women because most of us, we don't know that. Even in the Philippine setting, if you're a Filipino, a man farmer compared to a female farmer, male and female farmer, male farmer is actually 17 pesos higher in terms of wage compared to female farmer. And you don't know what's the reason behind it. And it's just like not equitable. And a lot of women farmers are not recognized in the world. So there's a global demand now for World Bank, for countries, they will invest in countries that actually promote to increase to 30% women involvement in agriculture. So we're doing a Magna Carta, it will be presented in the Congress soon, on how women in rural communities will be affected. Next slide, please. So, this is coconut. Since I was mentioning a while ago that Marinduque has around 4 million coconut trees, covering 38,000 hectares of land. Sometimes, oh wow, 38,000 hectares, that's too much of land actually, the 38,000 football field. So it's planted with coconut, but we do turmeric and some ginger with that. Why? Because these are climate resilient crops. When your farmers are very, very poor, you need to create interventions that actually could help them also. So we form our farmers into cooperatives, associations, and agro-clusters so that we have economies of scale, we have governance within our farmers, and it's so easy to work with them. So for example, this one, it's not easy to plant turmeric under coconut. First, when you ask the farmers, where's your land? Po, tatay, my land is like here from this coconut, and I think it's there on that mango tree. Oh my goodness, we can plant there because maybe we touch that land, your neighbor will kill us, So what we did, we partnered with the university, Visayas State University, my alma mater, we have a MOA, the genetic engineering students. and agricultural engineering students. They come to our farm in Marinduque. They stay for 2.5 months. After 2.5 months, amazing. These college students produced land map of 60 farmers. 60 hectares of land. No high science, they did not use that, yung parang pang-measure na pang-geodetic. They just measure it meters by meters and whatever. They did waste and they draw. All farmers now, they have land map individually. Imagine. And these are just students who did it. We also had agricultural engineering students from a university. They did an internship with our company. And they developed intervention on our solar water pump. So all our areas now, it has a study where to put solar water pump, and actually we installed one. We will be installing 7 more in the next years. So imagine we have this one farming community in Colines. They had no water for 30 years. And we had a project to give them water in 30 days, and we made it. Last June 12, we launched the first solar water pump that gave them water in 30 days. And these farmers are 64 years old farmers, like ugod-ugod na. But they're carrying pail buckets of water to water their plants. And after that, having water, it gave them hope and they started dreaming. Actually, that's the most important one. Next slide, please. So we also do products. You have cocoa sugar, you have turmeric powder. If you drink, please drink coffee in Bo's Coffee and get cocoa sugar because we supply their cocoa sugar so that they can order more and more from us. Turmeric, we supply in pharmaceutical companies. So we do B2B, and now we're supplying tea, the turmeric tea companies, and we also supply in Cebu, some hotels, they like it in paper sticks. And then we have some products, we also do honey, and some communities, our women are really valuable in doing that. Next slide, please. So we're replicating the work in Siargao. We call it the first women-led agriculture island in the Philippines. Why? Because for those people who went to Siargao, of course you enjoyed training, in surfing. Me, I surf. So I love being in Siargao, I started going to Siargao 2012. Siargao was totally nothing. It took us half day just to reach airport to Cloud9 because the road was not there yet. So now when you go to Siargao, it's only 1 hour from the airport to Cloud9. Siargao, because of tourism, all the men were leaving the farming communities because they become habal-habal drivers, construction workers, boatmen. They're in service tourism. One time I was talking to habal-habal driver. They said, sabi na, yung may Bisaya dire? Wala. Sabi na, di na kumukat-kat og lubi, ma'am. Kaya kumukat-kat og lubi, I'll translate later. Kumukat-kat og lubi, 50 pesos raman ang akong kita. Muhulog po ko, wa na pambayad sa hospital. So he said, I will not anymore climb a coconut tree because a coconut is only 50 pesos. If I fall, I don't even have enough money to pay the hospital. So if I go habal-habal, na ay sexy na chicks, na nakabikini, na surfer sa likod ko, and then she will pay me $20, 1,000 pesos. Wala pa yung hospital, no? Pagpaspas pa ang pag mabilis pa yung drive, gagakos pa daw, gumuhag pa ang chicks. So that's 1,500. Of course, these habal-habal drivers like making fun, so I was interviewing them for our study of our business. But it's the reality is so sad. Right? They left the farming communities and now Siargao is in danger. No one is producing their own food and they have a ridiculous kind of tourism. Now, they have international surfing every September. Now, next month. And 3 months before that, all of the surfers from all over the world arrive. And there's shortage of food because the Roro, the ferry, cannot cross the sea because of the waves, no? And the flights are controlled in terms of weight because, of course, you need to prioritize the passengers, then the luggages, and, the cargoes. So there's limitation on food. And when we interviewed the farmers and the fishermen, we did a focus group discussion. They said, I was asking them, have you felt the growth of Siargao? And then they said, Ma'am, no, we feel that we become poorer than before. Why? tuna was our normal food. Now tuna is like lechon. We can only avail tuna when we have money or if there's birthday. Because tuna is enjoyed by our tourists. And tourists didn't even care because they have money to pay, you know. That's why you go there because you have money to pay. So we're in Siargao every month with my team. I actually have my team here. Some of them, Miguel, Christine, Alexa, you stand a bit, you know, because they actually AGREA is not about me, ha. It's all of these beautiful people behind working. And you know, in Siargao, it's so fascinating. But Siargao is a $1 billion tourism industry. And the congressman said, no matter how Siargao become the #1 island in Asia, as it continues, if our people in Siargao are poor and hungry, it will not matter at all. So it's good that they have very mindful and aware politicians in Siargao. Siargao is the only place in the Philippines that every month of January, the entire lagoon, the Sumba Lagoon, is closed. You know, in the month of February, the entire Magpupungko, the small swimming pools, are closed because they need to rehab it. So right now, their goal is to make Siargao food secure, and they got AGREA as a consultant to make the island food secure, and we also have businesses in the island. No? We'll be developing our own farms in the island. So right now, when we launched the campaign, yes, okay, there were almost like 800 women farmers joined our More Love for Women Farmers campaign because they all want to make the island of Siargao food sufficient and secure. So we have a garden classroom. We also launched 15 garden classrooms in Siargao. So we provide in public elementary schools. We have a MOA with the congressman and the Department of Education. You know, to teach kids how to plant and grow their own food, and also the Parents Teachers Association. We have 19 in Marinduque. We have 15 in Siargao. You know, you can volunteer. You can also donate money or farm tools if you like. Next slide, please. We have GROW program. This is actually Dream Awake, Cultivate. This program is for war zone provinces in the Philippines. We have now 120 graduates, you know, from Zamboanga del Sur, Tawi-Tawi, Sulu, Basilan, North Cotabato, and Marawi. Now, if you see in Facebook, Marawi Seeds, not Marawi Seeds, that's some of our students launched that in Marawi. They're claiming that Marawi is their own land. These are the youth of Marawi. Next slide, please. We also have LEAF, Leaders and Entrepreneurs in Agriculture Forum. It's the first agricultural event in the Philippines that's attended by 540 people from 20 different countries last year. It's happening every 2 years. So last year it happened in Tagaytay. Next year it will happen in Davao City on May 2020. It will be so beautiful. It has a farm tourism component. You attend a conference and we will bring you to the farm and experience farm tourism. And you learn from the best and the most successful agricultural entrepreneurs in the Philippines. But next year it will be big in Davao because we'll be bringing Israel technology, you know, people who can speak about agri-tech in Israel, Singapore, the US now, the rooftop building and all those. You know, we're trying to partner with the US and Nanyang University. And also, there's so many people who want to come and join. And you will learn what's the secret behind Dole, Del Monte, Napanlay, why banana and pineapple is being exported, and what else we can export as a country. Right? So many technologies will be there. So, maraming salamat po. That's our presentation. And thank you so much for allowing me to steal 20 minutes of your time. You know, not in your laptop. I saw laptop closing when I said like 20 minutes. You know, and thank you so much. If you have some